Have you ever stood in front of a mirror, lights off, heart pounding, and whispered her name? Bloody Mary. The air feels heavier, the silence presses closer, and your reflection seems to shift, just slightly, like it's breathing without you. Most people laugh it off after the third chant. But those who go past the fourth, they say she doesn't just appear. She takes. The mirror, they say, isn't a reflection, it's a doorway. And some doors should never be opened. Across America, from high school bathrooms to old basements, the name Bloody Mary has been whispered for decades. The ritual is always the same. Stand before a mirror in the dark, light a single candle, and say her name 3 times. Sometimes it's 5. Sometimes 13. The number changes, but the warning never does. If she answers, you'll never forget her face. The origins are tangled in history and myth. Some trace her back to Mary Worth, a woman accused of witchcraft in colonial Massachusetts. Others say she was Mary Tudor, the English queen who burned her enemies alive. But here in the United States, the story took on its own life. During the 1960s and 70s, teens across Illinois, Ohio, and Pennsylvania reported seeing a pale woman's face in mirrors after the ritual. Eyes hollow, mouth red like blood. Some swore she spoke their names. Others said she reached out from the glass. What makes Bloody Mary different from other ghost stories is how personal it feels. You don't stumble upon her in the woods or an old house. You summon her yourself. You invite her. And once she comes, you can't send her back. The first time I heard about her, I was 15. A Friday night sleepover at my friend Alyssa's house in small-town Indiana. 4 of us sat in her basement with pizza boxes and a Ouija board we'd found at a thrift shop. The lights flickered from an old bulb, and someone brought up Bloody Mary. You could feel the room shift. Everyone laughed, but nobody volunteered. Then Alyssa grinned, that reckless teenage grin, and said, "I'll do it. What's the worst that could happen?" We crowded into the downstairs bathroom, small, with peeling wallpaper and a mirror so old it had black spots in the corners. The air smelled like damp towels and cheap soap. We turned off the light, lit a single candle, and faced the glass. Alyssa began, "Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary." At first, nothing. Just our faint reflections and the sound of dripping water. Someone giggled. Then Alyssa leaned closer, whispering a 4th time, "Bloody Mary." The candle flickered. The mirror fogged up. For a second, I thought I saw something move, like a shadow behind us. "Did you see that?" I whispered. No one answered. The flame went out. We screamed, the light snapped back on, and everything looked normal again. Almost. The mirror, though, it had a single handprint smeared across the inside of the glass. Not on the surface. Inside. We laughed it off. Teenagers laugh at everything. But that night, I woke up to the sound of someone crying in the bathroom. Soft, low sobs. I thought it was Alyssa. When I got up, the door was locked. "Alyssa?" I called. No answer. Just silence. Then, bang. A hard thud against the door. I stepped back, heart racing. A second later, the crying stopped. In the morning, Alyssa acted normal, but her eyes were red, like she hadn't slept. "Nightmares," she said. "Bloody Mary, right?" We tried to laugh, but the sound felt hollow. Over the next week, things started happening. Alyssa said her mirror wouldn't stay clean. No matter how much she wiped, faint streaks appeared every morning. Like fingerprints. Then she started hearing whispering while brushing her teeth. Words she couldn't understand. She said she saw her reflection blink when she didn't. On the 10th night, she called me, whispering so quietly I could barely hear. "She's here," she said. "In the mirror." I told her to stop joking. Then I heard something behind her, another voice, faint but cold, whispering her name. The line went dead. I biked to her house the next morning. Police cars were already there. Her parents said she'd disappeared sometime during the night. No signs of struggle. Just her phone, her blanket, and her bathroom mirror, shattered from the inside out. The cops said she probably ran away. But when I looked at what was left of that mirror, I saw something they didn't. In the shards, there were faint traces of red. Like someone's face, distorted, watching from beneath the cracks. After Alyssa vanished, I started researching. Old archives, newspaper clippings, even paranormal forums. Turns out, stories like hers stretch across the country. In 1982, a girl in Kentucky reportedly vanished after doing the ritual during a slumber party. In 1996, a boy in Michigan ended up in the hospital with deep scratches across his face. He told police she tried to pull me in. Every account ended the same way: obsession, fear, disappearance. Always connected to mirrors. Always to her name. The deeper I looked, the stranger it got. Some believed the ritual didn't summon a ghost but a reflection spirit, something born from the human fear of seeing ourselves too clearly. Psychologists call it the Caputo Effect, when staring into your own reflection in dim light tricks your brain into seeing distorted faces. But what if it isn't a trick? What if that distortion is the moment the barrier breaks? It wasn't long before I found a man in Ohio who claimed he'd survive her. He was older, maybe 60, living in a trailer on the edge of town. When I knocked, he opened the door with shaking hands. His walls were covered in blankets, no mirrors anywhere. He told me he'd done the ritual in 1979, back when it was just a dare. He said she appeared halfway through the fifth chant, her face pale, eyes black, mouth stretched too wide. She smiled at me, he whispered. Then she said my name. I asked what happened next. He stared past me, eyes glassy. I broke the mirror, he said. That's why I'm still here. Then his hand started trembling. But she's still in the pieces. I should have stopped then. But curiosity's a powerful curse. One night, I went to an old motel outside Columbus. Room 9. The walls smelled like mildew, and the mirror above the sink had a long crack through the middle. I turned off the lights, lit a candle, and stared into my reflection. My breath fogged the glass. I could see the flicker of the flame dancing in my pupils. I whispered her name. Once. Twice. 3 times. At first, nothing. Then, a ripple, like a drop of water in the reflection. The air grew colder. My reflection's eyes twitched before mine did. I froze. My mouth went dry. I tried to back away, but my reflection didn't move. It stayed there, staring, smiling a slow, impossible smile. Then, the glass bulged outward, like something pressing from the other side. Cracks spidered across the surface, and I heard whispering. Not from behind me. From inside the mirror. 1,000 overlapping voices, all saying the same thing. Look closer. The candle went out. I felt fingers, cold, wet, brush against my cheek. I stumbled backward, tripping over the sink. The whispering grew louder, like a storm building behind the glass. And then, silence. Total, suffocating silence. I turned on the light. The mirror was perfect again. No cracks. No fog. No reflection. My face was gone. Just a blank, empty surface. When I blinked, it blinked back. But it wasn't me anymore. I smashed the mirror. Shards rained across the floor, and for a moment, I saw her, bloody, pale, smiling through the broken pieces. Then she was gone. I left that room before dawn, shaking, drenched in sweat. I told myself it wasn't real. But when I got home, every mirror in my house had faint handprints on the inside. And when I tried to cover them with blankets, I could hear her whisper, faint, patient, "You look too long." That was 3 years ago. I don't own mirrors anymore. I smash them wherever I find them. Bathroom stalls, thrift stores, motels. But sometimes, even in a dark screen, I see her face flicker behind mine for just a second. Pale skin, red mouth, black eyes. People still play the game. Kids, teenagers, thrill seekers. They record themselves chanting her name, post the videos online, laugh when nothing happens. But if you look closely, really closely, you'll notice something strange. In some of those clips, the reflection keeps moving a split second after the person stops. Last month, a viral video surfaced from Texas. A group of teens filmed themselves doing the ritual in an abandoned high school bathroom. They laughed, screamed, turned on the light. One of them even winked at the camera. But in the final frame, just before the clip cut off, there was a second reflection in the glass. A woman's face. Bloody. Smiling. The account that posted it was deleted an hour later. No trace left. But the video? It keeps reappearing. Every time someone deletes it, it surfaces somewhere new. Maybe that's how she spreads now, through screens instead of mirrors. So if you're watching this right now, think twice before saying her name aloud. Because legends, no matter how old, evolve. And mirrors, well, they're everywhere now. And if tonight, your screen flickers for just a moment, and your reflection doesn't quite match your movement, don't look closer. Don't say her name. Just turn off the light. Because she's already watching you.